just to hear the door as it shuts. 'Cause I don't need you to breathe. I am falling.
Miss Skylar Faith, what episode are we tonight? What? That's crazy.
How is that even possible? We are not sure. Hi, Facebook. How are you? Episode 47, which means we've done 46. Crazy, which means you've made 46 signs or thereabouts. What do you think about that? What are you talking? Oh my gosh, are you pulling the plug already? I don't know. She just doesn't know what to say.
I don't know. It's been pretty long.
It's been pretty
Yeah,
long. It's been a lot of work making posters. Yeah. Skylar said that when we get to 50, we should have balloons. There should be lots of balloons. So if there's a balloon sponsor out there for Randy's Live, please send them to our address, which I will not post below, but you can private message me. What color balloons would we like? Pinks.
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 Did you hear that?
Purple.
Pinks.
Purples.
Pinks, purples, greens, blues.
Just a rainbow.
So all of them.
Just a
Yellow,
rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Oranges.
great. What do I want to tell you? We had a nice day. The weather is crazy here in Nashville. So we had those ridiculous storms that were like hurricane force winds, which left so many of our friends without power. So big shout out to our friends that still don't have power going on 3-4 days. We're really lucky we only lost it for 24 hours. You saw those episode like 40 or whatever. But we're really lucky that we're okay and there was no damage. And then today it got cold, right? Really cold. And it's supposed to get down to what, Daddy, this weekend? Like 40?
48.
And you're like, really? We talk about the weather? We do, because we're not used to this. We're from California. This Nashville stuff is crazy. So as you know, we come to you every night to bring a little love, to bring a little community, to share stories, important information, to reach out to our friends. With my beautiful crew of 3, this is Andrew McGinnis, my husband and cameraman.
Wait for
editor, producer, and then my daughter, audience of 1, Skylar Faith McGinnis, also known as our trusty stage manager, because she does a good job. Andrew.
Yes.
Thank you for that beautiful video that you put up today.
Oh, you're welcome.
Andrew's been killing it as my editor, and if you didn't see the video that he did, it is 46 episodes worth of the music that we've had. So like little teeny, it's insane.
Right?
It's like little teeny snippets of everyone, and it's part 3 of the series. And of course, that's just for now because we are not finished yet. When are we finishing? We don't know, but not tonight. So it's a really neat. It actually brought tears to my eyes to think of all the people. We've had people from 3 different countries. I think it's more than 15 states actually. As I went back over it. Over 100 songs. We had a choir, we had kids, we had emoji singing, we had instrumentalists, drumming. It was insane. We've had duos and trios and 5 Noah Heldmans at one time. It was amazing. So thanks for putting that together. If you haven't seen it, it's the video right below this one. Let's see who's on tonight and say hello. We'll just forget that. Nobody fell. Nobody fell out of their chair.
No one.
Certainly not our stage
Certainly
manager.
not Skylar.
No, that didn't happen.
Because look,
Fine.
she's sitting
She's
right
fine.
there. She's fine.
Hi, Colin. Hi, Patrick. Hi, Pasadena in the house. San Diego in the house. Pennsylvania in the house. Albuquerque in the house. Woo woo! Look at all these people. Whose house? My house. Okay, so are you okay, Sweetie?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fine.
Hypothetically, if you had fallen, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We can take that out of post. We have a really great show planned for you tonight. But before we get to our guests, I'm going to turn it around and get a little bit serious just for a minute. We try to keep this as light as possible, but we also try to highlight local charities that are really important, people doing really good work. So we do prayer circles for people that need it. We've lost a lot of people to COVID, unfortunately, especially for us back east, where a lot of our friends and family are from. So we're here for distraction with our 80s night and our theme nights and our kids' nights, but sometimes we have to kind of get real for a minute. So tonight I'm just going to talk a little bit about the fact that the more and more that I'm on social media posting things about the shows, the more I'm noticing that a lot of people are really hurting for lots of different reasons. Many people are out of work, people are frightened, people are scared, the level of fear has gotten really high for lots of different reasons. We've been at this for weeks and weeks now. People feel isolated, away from their friends, away from the norm, and I hear you, and everyone hears you, and it's a roller coaster. I mean, people have good days, and then they have bad days, and then they hit a plateau where they just have bad day after bad day after bad day. And so I just want to honor the way that people are feeling, and I want to say that some people take breaks, some people dive all in, some people use distractions. Skylar had a theater class today with some people online. Thank you, Becky Cherlin. We're doing this crazy show. We're planting gardens and cooking things, and we know that we're lucky because we're quarantined with people. Not everyone is that lucky, so it's a hard time. Which leads me to a couple things. I'm going to post this evening a suicide prevention hotline that was called to my attention earlier, for people that are feeling alone and isolated. And it's hard to reach out. It's really hard to ask for help, but there's a whole community out here that wants to help. And the second part of that is that I started this song months ago, and I wasn't really able to finish it because I just didn't quite have the words. So this is a brand new song, and I'm going to sing it as my tune tonight in the Women's Songwriter Circle. And it's about a woman, so it's fitting, I guess. It's about a woman, but she's not the kind of woman that you really want around. She's just one that keeps coming around. So this is brand new. Just finished it this morning. So here we go.
But I let her in.
know. We had a really dear friend of mine on right in the beginning, Abby Long, who's a licensed therapist, and she had some really great information for how to just cope. And that was like, oh my gosh, that was weeks ago, at least 6 weeks ago, I guess. So we might have her on again just to give a little update and, you know, a little bit of information. So, well, okay, so do you know what day of the week it is? It's the 97th day of Thanksgiving. No, what day is it? It's Wednesday, that's right. Which is Wednesdays with, no, it's Wednesday. No, it's Wednesday. We're pretty sure. So, which means that it is Wednesdays with women we love. And we have many, yes, women's, no, just women, women tonight. So I'm really excited because we are bringing you a virtual songwriter round. Remember those? They were awesome. And this is such a cool thing. So months ago, when everything was moving and shaking and Nashville was going and the venues were open, I got asked to do, and I'll ask her exactly what the name is, but it's like a Women's Crush Wednesday showcase. At a hotel here in Nashville. The host that evening was not able to be there, so a lovely lady named Deb filled in, and I met Deb and another songwriter that evening named Kira. And so tonight, for you, I have reunited all of us right here, right there, right over there. We have Deb, Candace, and Kira joining us from all over. What? How did that happen?
Hi, everyone.
Yay! Isn't that cool? Woo, woo, woo. Hi, guys. Nice to see you. I know I'm making you work so
super
hard.
close.
Okay,
This time, super close.
Just like we're on the stage.
Yep.
At the Preston. Was it the Preston? Is that where we were?
Yes.
Yeah, they're not again. So these are my friends, and so this is all of us on a virtual songwriter Zoom. So I'm going to go ahead and let them all say hi and tell you where they're calling in from. So I will start down here with Miss Deb. Deb, where are you and where are you calling in from tonight?
I'm calling you from my bedroom in Nashville, Tennessee.
I'm loving the vibe of it. Awesome. Thanks for being here. What about you, Miss Candace? Where are you tonight?
Also in my bedroom in Nashville.
It's the place to
I'm seeing a
be.
theme. Yes, I'm seeing a theme. Well, now we're all in your bedroom, if that's not weird. Okay, and Miss Kira, where are you calling us from today?
I'm also in Nashville, but I'm not in my bedroom. I'm at my kitchen table.
Awesome. So these ladies do songwriter nights. They're musicians. They're many things, but I know them obviously from the songwriter circle. So one of the reasons that we do this as kind of like a talk show thing, like an interview, is because it's really nice for my friends and my fans who are watching nightly to kind of check in with people. And it started out honestly as a way for me to make connections and say, like, to my friends in New York, how are you guys? Because it sounds pretty hairy over there, and my friends in Washington, you know, in California. So I'm going to ask you each to tell us a little bit about kind of what was happening when this all sort of started. So Deb, why don't you start us off? What was going on in your world before, like, what were you doing before everything sort of stopped?
I was living my dream is what I was doing. Everything was perfect and wonderful, and I was meeting amazing people and working at a great bar called Belcourt Taps and playing music all the time and just meeting amazing people that became my family, and then it just suddenly stopped. But we stay connected, you know. This way, so.
I hear you. I know, and of course I think of you for both of those things. I really think of you from my Christmas party, but yes, I think of you from Belcourt, which we miss. You know, we miss all those nights because I was telling someone we had a night here that we called our pub crawl. And I was explaining to people that a pub is not just a place that people go to have a cocktail. But lots of people that go to pubs don't even drink. It's a family. It's a way to reach out and have community with people. So I feel you, friend. Okay, so Candace, before this all happened, what were you doing? Tell us a little bit about what you were doing.
All right. Well, I own Innovative Artist Services here in Nashville, and we do management, booking, social media, PR, all those things. In addition to hosting the Songwriters Nights, which I had the Woman Crush Wednesday at Hotel Preston,
Yeah.
and then I had mixed songwriters round at Just Love Coffee at Music Row.
Yep.
So I was doing that, and also I work part-time at Blue Brian. So actually, on March the 15th, when the mayor was meeting to decide what was happening, I was working that night. we were all just kind of sitting around going, what's happening? And at 6:30, they came and said, okay, everybody has to be out of the building by 8.
Yep.
And it was the last time I stepped foot in LeBron, so.
Wow, I know. See, I mean, my friends didn't know that, but I kind of knew that part of the story. We love that place too, and so it's like a double whammy. I mean, it's just like a double whammy for you. I totally feel it. Okay, so Miss Kira, what about you? What were you doing when this all sort of happened, and when everything kind of sort of stopped? What were you doing?
Well, I had been getting my feet wet with writers' rounds, and Candace was actually one of the people who was nice enough to book and rebook me, which I miss our rounds.
Yeah.
And I was also getting ready to record an album, which actually the recording dates had to get canceled because nobody wanted to be in the studio, even if we did 6 feet apart. So hopefully at some point when this is all over, I'll actually get to recording it.
I hear it. I hear you. Yeah. See? So this is a reunion. See, I love that. Well, it's really funny too because Candace, we've never actually officially met, but you were also one of the people that was nice enough to let me on one of those rounds. And I walked in and I said, "Where's Candace? Well, she couldn't be here tonight." So this is really great. Well, I know it's a hard time and it's been weeks that we kind of haven't seen one another. Deb, I know you and Candace are also good friends. I know that from just kind of social media. So that can't be easy either. Like what, Deb, how have you been like reaching out to people like virtually? I think you mentioned that Candace dropped some stuff off for you. Is that true? Was there a porch drive-by? Tell me, Deb, what's that about?
Candace is my fairy goddess mother, as I like to call her. She was one of the two that I met when I got here. Actually, quite a few at this point, but yeah, I don't know. Just to keep in touch with people. I don't know. I'm kind of introverted right now. I'm going through all of these things as everybody's going through, and sometimes I feel like just kind of pulling away a little bit is more healing for me.
Yes.
But when I really need people, I definitely reach out and message and call. We do the FaceTime and the Zoom rooms and things like that. I've gotten online with a couple of friends from Belcourt, as a matter of fact, and we had like a virtual bar party.
Yes, I love it. I want in on that next one. Candace, I see that you're cooking some really good stuff, so tell us a little bit about that, because I'm very interested in your whiskey cakes. Can you explain this to me, please?
I can. So I'm kind of known on Broadway for my whiskey cakes. It's something I started making about a year and a half ago, and everyone loves them. If I show up with a bag on Broadway, they're like, "Oh my gosh, cakes!" So, and I'm the person that takes care of everyone, and I feed everyone. So yeah, I've been doing some porch drops of some food and those kinds of things because that's what I do. I just take care of everybody.
I love it. I'm interested. I love that. There's going to be some questions. I can already see requests coming in for those. That's awesome. No, and it's...
We're going to give her our address, right? Okay, good.
I'm making some tonight, and I'm delivering them tomorrow. So if you want to get on the list, you let me know.
We have a porch. So.
Cakes all day.
Oh my God. Okay. And what about, Kira, what about you? What have you found yourself doing more of or less of during this time? Like, how have you been kind of, not biding your time, I guess, while we're not sort of doing rounds and stuff? What have you been doing?
Lots of long walks with my dog. I think he thinks that quarantine is the way life is supposed to be because he's been getting all the attention.
Believe it.
And also, I have a transplant here from New Jersey, which we've talked about.
Jersey.
And so it's funny, I've been FaceTiming and Zooming all of my friends back home, and we realized we could have been doing this the whole time since I moved here.
Right?
But we hadn't gotten into that groove until the quarantine, and now we're like, even when life goes back to normal, we should probably continue this because we miss each other. So
right.
That's something positive.
It is. Amen. Well, yeah, and we've got Jersey on right now, so our family in Jersey always watches, so we're representing. Don't you worry, girl. Okay, so since this is a, for reals sort of songwriter night, I'd love for you guys to play for me, get a little taste of your music. So, Deb, would you mind kicking it off? Do a song for us and tell us what you're going to sing, and that would be great for all the people watching. They'd love it.
Goodness. Now I was like, where did I put my kick? Okay, there.
In your bedroom.
In my bedroom somewhere. What would you like to know? Singer-songwriter, also a transplant to Nashville from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I've been writing for a few years, but this was my dream, and now here we are on kind of hiatus.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of call my music rebel folk.
Woo!
I don't really have a genre per se, but I'm going to do my probably most popular song, the one that my mom loves the most.
Yay!
I dedicate it to my friend Ian at all times, so anybody wants to know that story. I'll tell it later. It's too depressing to this. So, anyway, the song is called Calamity Jane. Here we go. Sit down, take some time, shut the book, drink a little wine. It's okay, have all night. We'll keep going till we see the light. Now we turn down the same, the road's the same, but the people have changed. Time is up, round it again. Bitter enemies and long lost friends. You can call me Calamity Jane, another shot down, another rap train. On the run from a lover alone, and mighty my conscience, every next showdown. In the summer that breaks the prettiest face, that'll break you every night. Take a step back before you react, or dare to cross your line. This is the love you want to get out of life, you should have left before you came. If you think it's fair, we'll take under his hand, won't soon forget my name. And you can call me Calamity Jane, another shot down, another red train. Setting your sights across the table, take my shot before you are evil. Time is up in this battle of wills, when the clock runs down and your hands stay still. Yeah, yeah. You can call me Calamity Jane, another shot down, another rep train. On the run from a lover alone, and biting my tongue to the very next showdown. You can call me Calamity Jane, another shot down, another rare shake. You can call me Calamity Jane, take some shots, shake. You can call me Calamity Jane, took that shot, and wreck your train.
Woo!
Yeah, girl! Woo!
I played, so it feels weird. I've kind of forgotten my own thing.
I love that song. It's funny. Skylar's like, I've heard this song. She has heard it because we heard you do it at a songwriter night. I love it. We love that tune.
Okay, give me a second.
It's just really, it's super great because, you know, it's just a new way to find musicians and to see people. And I've got a lot of people on my Facebook page giving you love and giving you hearts. And it is a time where we feel so isolated and alone, but I have found that a lot of people are discovering new music and new artists. So thank you for doing this. You know, it's crazy by way of Wi-Fi waves and computers, but it's awesome. It's live, people. That's right. So Miss Kira, you're holding an instrument there. We met at that same songwriter night, which was so fun, and of course we bonded about Jersey, because not a lot of people here bond about Jersey. But
I'm glad I can bring you all together.
right? See, you did this, girl. So Kira, would you play a tune for us right now? We'd love that.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to have my boyfriend sing some harmonies with me on this one.
Yes, quarantine friend.
He's an honorary woman crush.
I love it.
Okay, so this song is called Been Waiting, and it's just about stopping waiting for other people to change the situation when you've got all the power yourself, kind of thing.
Love it.
So here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
still believe in a place that feels like home. I've been waiting, I've been waiting for you to be this far. Oh, baby, lately it just makes me so damn tired. And I always thought that I would know whenever it was time to let it go. But here I am, still holding on. Tell me what will become of the wasted time. Tell me how to ignore what's been realized. I've been waiting, I've been waiting for the perfect time to start. Oh, baby, lately it just breaks my heart. Sometimes I'm filling up with fear. What if the answer's never clear? Still I'm bound to carry on. I always thought that I would see something if it was meant to be. Steady ground to walk upon.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah, I mean, how cool is that? That your quarantine buddy sings harmonies. That is highly convenient. Kira, that's so awesome. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I miss Songwriter Round so much. And then, of course, Candace, so we have a video that we're going to play when we're done with this interview of your beautiful song. Where was that recorded, the video that we're going to show, Candace? That was a dog.
Sorry.
That's a puppy. That scared all of us. That
Scared everybody.
It was like we were all in the same room.
Right.
And everyone just got scared. Skylar fell off the chair again. No, she didn't. Candace, tell us where that song was recorded and what song it is.
That was recorded at Just Love Coffee.
Yeah.
My mixed writers round is Saturday afternoons, and it's called Better Left Unsaid. I wrote that with Carissa Lee.
Awesome. And so your guitarist is not in the state right now, and you are doing the right thing and practicing social distancing. So that's why we're going to play that video tonight. Look at you being responsible.
I'm not quarantining with a guitar player, so.
Or a harmonizer.
That's not cute.
All right, cool. Well, we'll play that right at the end here so you get to hear Miss Candace do. This is great. Thank you guys so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. I'm very grateful that we had a chance to meet. Before I let you go, every night we have artists from all over the world at this point now, and I ask them the same 3 questions. I ask everyone the same 3 questions. So I'm going to do 1 question each, okay? So I'm just going to start with Miss Candace because I'm looking at you. So the first question is, what for you has been the hardest part of this time of social isolation? What's been the hardest part for you, do you think, of this time?
Well, I am the opposite of Deb. I'm a complete extrovert, and I'm always surrounded by people, my artists that I work with, my friends, and like I said, I'm always taking care of people, so to not have that connection and be with my people and feel like I'm taking care of them, it's been a struggle for me.
Yes, I hear you. Okay, so then I kind of turn that upside down. We'll do Miss Kira. What, if there has been, understanding that, this is a hard time for so many people, and we're all blessed to be healthy and safe right now, what has been a silver lining that maybe you weren't expecting out of this? Kira, what's been a silver lining?
Well, I guess just more time to reprioritize. I feel like not just my own silver lining, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, the optimist in me, the grander silver lining could be, we're all so busy. We're always moving. We're always going. We're always stressed out. Everyone's being forced to take, a meditation break, whether or not people meditate, but, you have all this free time on your hands you never have had. So I'm hoping that maybe we won't necessarily go back to normal,
right?
But maybe create a new normal that's more healthy mentally and physically, spiritually, what have you. Maybe we can come out of it different.
I love that. Yeah, see, this is why I asked the questions, because everyone's got such a great, interesting perspective that maybe I didn't think of before. But yeah, true Deb. Okay, so Miss Deb, last question, and you can have fun with it or take it heavy, whatever you're feeling right now. What have you learned? What do you think you'll look back and say, this is something I learned from that time, that time that we went through? What have you learned?
Quite a few things, actually, at this point, I think. I've learned that life is irony, even when you don't want it to be. I did a lot of things in my life previous to this to get to a point where I could fulfill my dreams and live my life and maybe not be the domesticated goddess that I'm suddenly becoming. I learned to cook, and I'm working in the yard, and there's all of these things that I never thought I would really enjoy doing or be capable of doing that I am very capable of doing.
Yes.
I was going somewhere else with that too, but I'm not sure. What have I learned? The world is noisy. And nobody knows what we're doing. We're all flying on a giant rock through space. And the truth is I don't think anybody has answers. And the noise outside right now is everybody thinking they know better. And I think the truth is that we're all just really nervous and scared. And we don't know necessarily. And I think everybody's really just trying to live for themselves and do what they think is best for them. And I think that that's a brilliant plan and idea. I just think I'm learning that I don't have to talk so much, and I don't have to express my opinions on things so much, because it's a lot calmer to not do that,
I hear you.
I've learned to be alone and enjoy it.
I hear you. Great perspective. All of you guys, great perspective. And I love what you said. It's what I try to remind everyone every night, is that we're just kind of all on our own journey. And it's difficult. There's not really a right way to do it. So, if you wake up in the morning, there you go. I mean, that happened. Good for you, right? Tell my friends, I want to say one thing. We've got Shauna on in Pasadena, who has now hashtagged the phrase meditation breaks with whiskey cakes. So I feel like that's definitely going to become a thing. That's my kind of meditation break. And also because it's Wine Women Wednesday, we have to cheers. So if you have something to cheers with, and I know you do, then cheers. Very good, girls. Very good. Skylar's cheersing. Yes, honey, you can cheers.
Get in here. Get right up in
Go ahead
here.
with your water. Cheers. There, I know. I just had a feeling someone had something.
Get right on up in there.
Okay,
I'll cheers.
Skylar wants in too.
There you go.
There you go, girl. Okay, and then real fast, tell our friends, Deb, why don't you start? Tell them a link where they can find your music before we say goodnight. Where can they find you? And then post it in the comments too.
You can find me by messaging me on Facebook and saying, hey, do you have some music? Can you send it to me? Because my music isn't really out there anywhere. But I am Mischievous Minstrel on Facebook.
I love it.
Miss Minstrel on Instagram.
Love it. Okay, we will find you and we will post that. Be sure to post it below. What about you, Kira? Where can people find you or find out about you?
Right now, the best way is probably on Instagram. That's where I'm most socially active. And so whenever there's videos, or when I do finally have my album done, I'll post updates there. So my Instagram is just Kira Beth Music.
Awesome. So cool. Kira Beth. Okay, post that below too, and we will also. And what about you, Miss Candace? Where can people find or hear you?
I have some older stuff on Reverb Nation, Candace Faith. I'm working on getting my new stuff out. My business page is Innovative Artist Services, and I will update that as well.
Awesome. That's fantastic. There you go. Don't say I never gave you anything, Facebook. I just gave you 3 beautiful women to get to know. So, hey, thank you guys seriously from my heart for doing this tonight. It's I'm sad that we can't all be together on a stage singing, but I know that'll happen again, soonish. And until then, please stay safe. I know y'all are really busy, so I appreciate you taking the time with us, and I know everyone out there does. Stay safe and be well, and I love you lots, okay? So,
Thanks for having us.
cheers, you bet. This was awesome. Cheers, bye!
Bye, ladies.
Yeah, isn't that cool? So that was neat too, because they're friends and they know each other from songwriter festivals and stuff, and some of them haven't seen each other in a while. I actually reached out to Deb, who we've gotten to know, and I said, have you even seen Candace? And she was like, not really. So they finally got a chance to see one another. We're going to now play Candace's tune for you. So like she said, her guitarist does not live with her. My guitarist doesn't live with me either, but my cameraman does. Lucky me.
And your drummer.
And my drummer. Oh yes, you did drum the other night, sweetie. So right now we are going to listen to Candace's tune that she sent in today from actually a songwriter night that she was putting together before all this happened.
Just has to load up, that's all.
1 second, we just gotta load it. Well, then we can see who else is on here.
Yeah.
Hi, Robin. Hi, Wendy. So many people. I saw Jono. Hi, Jono. That's a blast from the past. So good. Okay, how are we doing? There she is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is a little Candace Faith for you.
Why don't you hit the space bar?
Space bar, here we go.
Yep.
It's been 2 months and 82 days since you called me up to say, I love you, I miss you, baby, please come home. I don't appreciate those times, it's all a little too late, and I'm doing better on my own. Why you gotta show up looking so good tonight? Don't trust myself to let you come inside. I could say that I want you back, you're the best I ever had. I could tell you that I'm lonely, sleeping in this empty bed, but you can't take back the things you did, and I won't soon forget. So some days I better let done say. I know your wily ways, you've always been a king in games. This time I'm the queen, baby, checkmate. There's a whole lot of things you say, but I know you'll never change. You gotta have it your way. I don't care where you go tonight. It's time for me to tell you goodbye. I could say that I want you back, you're the best I ever had. I could tell you that I'm lonely, sleeping in this empty bed, but you can't take back the things you did, and I won't soon forget. So some things are better left unsaid. I'm so glad that you showed up tonight. Think I finally made up my mind. I could say that I want you back, you're the best I ever had. I could tell you that I'm lonely, sleeping in this empty bed, but you can't take back the things you did, and I won't soon forget. So some things are better left unsaid. Yes, some things are better left unsaid.
Woohoo! That was Candace. What a great songwriter round we had here tonight in my home. in Nashville. I want to thank the ladies for checking in and for all powering through. That was Deb and Candace and Kira. Yes, we're clapping. We're clapping. They're clapping out there. Great music, great people, and everyone just finding a way to get through. You know, I got a little heavy at the beginning of the show tonight, but it's because I'm just feeling all the feels, and we've been at this a long time. And we are. But then, you know, we do these, and I get to hear stuff like that, and the music, and talk with my people, and I feel good. It gets me through. So hopefully you have some people that you can talk to. We'll post some tips for places to reach out to. We always put some, I go back in at the end of the show, at the end of the night, after I feed my daughter, and I try to comment if I'm able to. And then Andrew works really hard to put all of these up on YouTube.
We're behind.
We're a couple behind, but you've been doing some really great videos. So,
Really hard, like really hard.
he works really, really hard.
Thanks, kiddo.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, I love you. Let's say goodnight. It's been a great show. We have so much in store for you this weekend, tomorrow, Fun Friday, Saturday, big shows. Remember that your vibe attracts your tribe, and we love our tribe. We have a saying. I don't know how, but we have a saying. I love you, girl.
We also have love is love.
We do. Is love is love is love. We have so many sayings. We have a t-shirt of it, but there's so many things to say. Let's just put love out in the world and call it a night. Hey, thank you. See you tomorrow.
Love is bye.
Bye.